Blakk Rasta, good morning, good morning,
good morning, and the dusty.
Yeah, man.
Wagwan, you
yeah,
good?
man, me brother. When was the last time you entered this room?
I think since 2012 thereabout. You know, it's been a long time, like 14 years. Yes, like 14 years.
So since no, wait, you've not been here since you exited.
Show, but of course it was not this same structure kind of.
Okay.
You know, so this is the first time I'm coming here after a long time.
How does it feel?
Long time. Well, it feels good. It feels that the work is still going on. You know, we will all come and go, and then the building would continue to be here. You know, and the work will continue to go on.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm happy to actually see you running things and all that.
Charlie,
just brings back good memories.
Memories.
Oh my God, when we used to do things.
Man,
show each other things.
Hey. Oh man, I remember Blakk Rasta.
Oh Lord.
And this guy will be on Taxi Driver. Finish his show, and I'll come right after him with easy listening.
For real.
And look, in my life, I've never seen anyone as troublesome as this guy. This guy can tease. It was Blakk Rasta that gave me that Olele title. It was Blakk Rasta that brought that name up. Yes, and he does say, Andy, come here. Olele. So my friend, get out. Okay. Charlie Blakk Rasta.
Charlie, I'm glad that you have the biggest morning show, you know, entertainment around the world.
It's been a long time coming, bro.
So. And I'm happy to see DJ Hagla.
Yeah, man.
You know, Mr. Alote, you know, running things like that. Yo, it means that senior boys are in charge.
Charlie, but you too, you've done well.
See.
Blakk Rasta has always been, hey, Charlie, taxi driver. And how can you miss the African history class?
You know, see,
there's no way you can miss it.
I mean, the most interesting time I remember was when I was in Nigeria. And you told me, look, Blakk Rasta, the way your program is so hot, I think I need to step into the program myself,
Charlie,
and keep it until you come.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that was something
I had to do it. I had to
never, ever forget.
Charlie.
That you put your show aside because you knew at least somebody could manage your show.
That's
but
right.
With my show,
there was no way.
Oh my God.
There was no way. I mean, who was going to do that? Hey, African history class.
You
must, look, you must be well read.
My God.
Oh man. But I've been following you.
Yeah.
Even on 3FM.
3FM, yes.
I think I was listening to one of your lessons. I think you spoke about a con man.
Yeah. Are you talking about Akablemeza? Yeah, Akablemeza.
I'm like, yo, Blakk Rasta, how come I never knew this? Yeah. And the way you tell, how do you gather all of these information? So then you accompany them with visuals. Now on your YouTube channel.
And all that, yes.
You've got me glued to your YouTube channel now. I have to go and, almost every morning.
Thank you so much.
At least I go there and check it out. How do you get all of these info?
Well, I listen to a lot of people like you. I learned a lot from you. I remember when you used to come and say, Shabba Ranks made this song this year. You know, do you know that Shabba Ranks actually recorded a song like this? You see, don't ever push away knowledge.
Right.
Don't say that, okay, because I do reggae and this other person does high life, so they can't teach me anything about reggae. You will make the biggest mistake. You know? Yes. So, I mean, you used to say a lot of things that I picked up and I held that in high esteem. Probably I did not tell you, I'm learning this freshly from you and all that. But that is how I gathered knowledge. I never push away people who try to educate me. Even if I know it already, I will pick it up and increase it.
Right.
So when I am telling back the story, it's like I was there when the thing was happening. And I think that has helped me with the years.
And you sensationalize it.
You know, see. Yes.
There was one other interesting story you told about a white woman, Kwame Nkrumah, gave everything to June something. Yes. Madam June was a very, very, very powerful woman that Kwame Nkrumah truly how do you get all? I think you need to be. In fact, we need to pay attention to all of these lessons you tell. Yeah, seriously. No, you've really enlightened me on so many things. You told the story of the woman that had the longest clitoris, wasn't it?
Clitoris! Yes, clitoris! Yes, Sarah Baartman.
Yeah,
she was born around the Gamtus River area in South Africa.
But why do you stress so much on that
The
thing?
clitoris, right?
It's okay.
The clit, for short. Oh my God.
Blakk Rasta.
I love that story.
This guy will never change. Blakk Rasta. Settlers for sure.
Sarah Baartman. Oh my God. Powerful woman.
No, it was you that mentioned her to me. That was the very first time I heard. And, okay. So there's a lady like that.
Yeah.
She had the biggest
In
bomb.
fact, the
People
biggest.
will go
In fact,
and watch and get
erections. In
yes.
fact, she was actually called the African Hottentot Venus, the African Hottentot Venus. I mean, she was the love goddess of Africa. She had the longest string, and when she died, they cut off the whole vagina and then they put it in a glass in a museum in France, so that people who didn't have erections, old men, will not need Viagra anymore. They will just go there.
Yeah,
and
it's true. It's a true story.
Oh yes, it's a true story.
True.
Look at it and have instant healing for their impotence. Yes, until Mandela said, listen, enough is enough. We also need some respect for this woman. Bring back the vagina, bring back the blah, blah, blah. So they shipped the vagina back to Mandela right there in South Africa. And they gave this beautiful vagina a beautiful burial along the Gamtus River right there in South, where the woman was actually born.
It's beautiful.
Saying, yeah, it's a beautiful history. I never forget it.
With this story, how can you forget? Was it Zap Mallet that produced it, or he mixed it?
Zap Mallet and Nasi.
Right.
Nasi did the pre-production.
Okay.
Yeah, the vocals and everything. And then we took it over to Zap Mallet to continue.
Oh.
See, so the two of them came together to make it happen. You know? Yes, so that's what it is. Message to Mama, just talking about the man there.
Look, but this song, you told a very touching story in there, and for me, it's my all-time favorite Blakk Rasta song. And yo, I mean, do you know who introduced me to this song?
Tell me.
Ochame Kwame.
Oh wow!
And Kwame mentioned that. Have you heard the song? I said no. Say you cry. Like, really? Then I'm going to listen to it.
Big up Ochame Kwame.
Yeah, man. So I listened to the song, and the way you told the story. When you tell stories like these and people don't really pay attention to them, I remember on one of the episodes of The Library, you mentioned that when you first met Kyo, I said, almost say you do talking something.
On rhythms, talking
on rhythms.
Yeah.
When you hear people, not pay attention to you, I remember when singer EFYA mentioned that, who's Blakk Rasta? She said something you didn't really like.
Yeah.
When you hear stuff like that, how does it feel?
Well, it is painful because, but depending on who it comes from, you could just wave it away. And other times you may have to call them back and give them a good discipline, like I did with EFYA and Anamoah and all those ignoramuses. You know, it pained me really, really, really bad. Listen,
but if someone doesn't understand what you do, that one there, why must it?
No, you see, if you don't understand, then that is different. But when you come out and it looks like you want to trample on the brand, and the Dusty, it's not easy to build a brand.
True.
Now you build a brand over a long. This is what they did to Patapaa, and they have almost buried Patapaa.
No, the guy is going to O2 Arena. The guy mentioned.
Yes,
O2.
no matter how much Patapaa tries to come out, it's going to be very difficult for him because they have branded him as a man who doesn't make sensible songs. He's a man who is not talented. When they are talking about the least talented people in the world, Ghana starts by mentioning Patapaa. How is the guy going to break away from this? He's tried in the past. Look at the achievements. Words that he brought to the Scapa Banana, were picked up by global institutions. But still, Patapaa in Ghana is Patapaa. Patapizi or Patapaa is still Patapaa. They wanted to slap that thing on me. And I had to call them home and educate them and discipline them. You tell me that I make funny songs. And I sit back and say, Thief President, does it sound funny to you? And I ask them, our Africa, does it sound funny to you? Because you hear, Dachi, Chaicho, PCI, Shefo.
You have to listen to the lyrics and why they sang that.
You see, the ignoramus that they are. Like Anamoah was, yes, tell me the meaning of this song. You don't make sensible songs. I said, really? Samputumma putu. Samputuma peche, samputu. What is the meaning of that?
Oh my God.
What is the meaning of what that danyo or danyo or what that dango danyo? What is the meaning of where yo from the great king of reggae? They don't understand what art is. You understand? Da 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 dee dee da 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 dee dee da da. What is the meaning of that?
But they are all parts of music.
I had to bring them home and teach them that it is not always music is lyrical. See? And when I gave them that punch, they had to go back to school. And I'm glad I had to teach. You can't frighten me with your kindergarten brofo. I'm a professor when it comes to speaking English language. It hasn't benefited me that much from that time till now. I only fling it out when people come to compete with me over English speaking. Then you come with your kindergarten English and you are the wrong place. I will educate you, mark your examination paper for English, and relegate you to the right place.
But why do you call them ignoramus?
Because they are ignorant. If you don't know Samputu Maputu doesn't have to be lyrical to make a meaning. And you don't know that Wadada Danyo shouldn't make a meaning to be a song. There's even something in jazz called scatting.
Yeah. But people scat, yeah.
Scatting.
But in fact, there's a word.
Yeah.
It's called words. Stuff like that are non-lexical vocables.
Exactly that.
Non-lexical vocables in music. So that one there, I don't think.
Yeah. So when EFYA said that, well, when I watched the video, what came into my head was that this lady might be high on some drugs. Let me just ignore this.
But why?
No. You see, and let's not pretend. This thing has come out that this lady has been on drugs. We have not been able to
Black
put a
Rasta.
finger on this. So I said,
Black Rasta.
She might be.
Black Rasta. Black Rasta.
Yes, sir.
But you don't. If it has come out, how do you certify that?
That's what I'm saying. She might be. There's an aspect of that.
In that case, then you're also being ignorant.
No, I'm not.
Because you don't know.
I'm not.
How do you know someone does drugs?
I am not going to let you push me into revealing what I know. Because I'm quite close to the family in a way. And I'll just
we are all close to the family.
Then you know what I know.
I don't know what you know. I don't know what you know. But you can't say such stuff. You can't say such
look
things.
At what happened at Ghana. Please, she apologized, so let me not go too much.
If she's apologized, why do you bring it back?
I refuse to bring it back.
Thank you very
Hallelujah.
much. Amen. Will you ever give up?
Well, me and you have the same spirit, We have the spirit of educating the people and entertaining the people. After so many years of playing music on radio and knowing how much following we've been able to get and to keep, there's no stopping until it is the end.
A lot of comments coming in for you on Facebook. Guys, the Salaga Soldier is in the studio. Pedro Maldina Cruz says, I'm watching live inside Indianapolis, Kumasi, Tanoso, Kesman Junction. Jazz Son says he left Hits FM somewhere in 2015. Samuel Lotu says, fire. Raphael Sub-Zero said, Black Rasta. Samuel Lotu says, I love this man. Jazz Son says, he's a walking reggae and African history encyclopedia. Elijah Sumaila Figo said, Black Rasta the Ruticle. King Durable said, this is King Durable watching live from Accra Ridge Hospital. Big up to Black Rasta, the legend of all time. Maximum respect, King Lagazi. Yeah, man. Ketekret says, from Sankore Infantim. So please, today I hope you are doing well. Yes, sir. Papo Tafik Odumja said, not every song should have meaning. Some are just for fun and dancing. Sena Bashiru Jamil said, Kuchoko to the bongo clippings. CD Rap says non-lexical vocables. Yep, thank you. Auchekele said Kuchoko man. And it does. I started listening to Hits FM at the time the frequency was 103.7 because of Black Rasta. Since that time, my frequency had been locked on Hits FM in my house, in my car, my workplace, everywhere I'll be. If it must be on radio, no other frequency than Hits 103.9 FM. Thank you very much, Auchi Kelly. Accra boy Colin said, yo, Black Rasta. Caleb New Boy said, Rasta! One Caleb New Boy, your producer.
Oh my God, a wonderful producer. Big up yourself, man.
How does it feel working with him? That guy.
Shiny Sokola-headed pot
too much.
Man. Oh my God. He's full of energy.
Too much.
Oh gosh.
Too much.
What a thing.
I love Caleb, man.
Oh Lord, God have mercy. Big up yourself.
Another, look, this guy did an interview with me, and I feel like this is one of my best interviews.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Oh yeah, Caleb.
Wow.
He has time to research.
Yes.
Even if it will take forever.
Yes.
Before he does it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Caleb, big up.
He's so good with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Richie Ray said, greetings to all my Wild Boys gang. Kobe Okai said, Coco, show them the black part. Oh, Charlie, the black part. I remember the black part. Once he gets the information, the register of all the students in the class.
Including at the door.
Then he will check at the back.
Sitting at the back.
Yeah, man. This was long before the stubborn boys at the back came.
Oh, my God.
Eddie Jacob said, this man is just a true son of the soil. About for Raphael, hey, what's up, bro? He says, good morning, Black. This is your girlfriend, Anamoah.
Hey, pick up yourself, Anamoah.
Yeah,
my one
man.
and only love.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Eric Kwame Gbogbo said he reads. The guy design said, Blakk Rasta for real. Kofi single. Charlie, too many comments, man. Too many comments. Folks.
By Zap Mallet alongside AB right there God. In Tema. And trust me, I mean, Zap Mallet did the pre-production. We laid down the horn lines and the vocals right there. Continued with some part of the vocals in Tema with AB. And you know, when it comes to contemporary reggae, AB is one of the very, very best.
Who's that?
AB, Abraham, they call him Abraham. He's one quiet. I mean, he used to be a mentor judge in the days. And every instrument here, including the water bell and the percussions,
live.
The bass, the guitars, live.
Wow.
See?
Wow.
This is Sodom and Gomorrah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this album is what? It's a 20-track album.
20-track killer album.
How long did it take?
5 solid years. In fact, we went into the studio at the time of the COVID, just before the COVID, and we started recording. I called in the band. We were recording, time after time. And before we realized, we had recorded so many different tunes, and this is what it is. 20-track killer album.
Aren't you tired?
Soldier. Well, you see, when you are working and the work is your hobby, you really don't see it as work. You just enjoy doing it. And you know me, I'm a studio worm. I get into the studio and, I love to record. I mean, we have a number of songs that we're still working on. We never stop recording, know.
But listening to Sodom and Gomorrah, what's happening to the poetry?
Yeah, there's time for the poetry. Of course, we have some poetry on this album as well. But I wanted to also show my versatility with the singing. Because when I come on stage, I hardly do the poetry songs aside Barack Obama and maybe a couple of other ones. I like to go straight up and do the hardcore roots rockets. So this album has a lot of singing, to bring it out. Especially that I heard, one or two people saying, and, he can't even sing. I said, whoa, really? Okay. All right, man. So the inspiration came and we had to make an album that had to do with a lot of singing. So this album has a lot of singing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
So what, have you been attending some singing classes or what?
Well,
or you have a vocal coach now? Because you did very well on this Sodom and Gomorrah song.
AB did so well. In fact, Zap Mallet too did so well. I remember when we were recording this, I told him, Zap, I want to record a song that I've never recorded.
Okay.
And he said, okay, do you have the chorus? I said, yes, I do. We laid down the chorus and he said, Black, we are not going to do poetry on this, right? I said, yes. Sing, let me hear you. I started the first 2 lines. Okay, so this is good. All right, can we hit this note? Can we bring down this note? Can we raise the key? Can we do that? And at the end of the day, when the song was played back to me, I said, all right, we have actually recorded a song that Black Rasta has never recorded.
But how prepared were you? Did you go into the studio prepared to sing?
Yes.
Or, you went there prepared to sing?
Yes, I went to the studio.
In preparation, what do you do?
To sing. I mean, what I do is I make sure that, like in the days, I wrote every single lyric that I was supposed to record. With time, we got a little bit rotten.
Okay.
The poetry came to make me rot up a little.
Right.
Because with the poetry, every part of my body you touch is the poems that come out. I can make 1 million poems right now. See? So I'll just make the chorus. Go into the studio and Zap would say, okay, poetry, 16 bars. Then I'll go in with the rhymes and then finish that. But with the singing, I needed the melody.
Right.
I needed the rhythm. I needed the lyrics. You see? So I brought all these things together at home before going into the studio. And Zap, with his expertise and all that, were able to get all these things done.
But with all these songs, did you have anyone writing any of the songs for you?
Unfortunately, no. I can't sing people's songs, unfortunately. let me be very honest with you. If you write a song for me, I can't sing it.
Bob Marley was singing songs with the Wailers, songs that Peter Tosh had written and all. Michael Jackson was singing songs people had written for him. Why not Blakk Rasta?
You see, the interesting thing is that, Andy Dusty, and I'm putting this on record, Bob Marley never sang a song that anybody wrote for him.
What about the ones that they indicated that the Wailers...
There was a collaboration. I know what you're talking about, like Get Up, Stand Up.
Right.
There's a collaboration between Peter Tosh and Bob. And it worked so well. They used to imitate some of the American pop singers and all that. But Bob Marley, as we knew him, said that every song that he wrote was personal to him. Reason I had to come out and tell one or two artists who had collaborated posthumously with Bob Marley to tell them that you have desecrated.
That I didn't really understand what you said.
Yes. Okay, so it's simple. I know Andy Dusty. I've worked with Andy Dusty at Hits FM. I know what kicks Andy Dusty and I know what doesn't kick him. Andy Dusty didn't like anybody playing his music for him. He wanted to sit on the turntables and do his thing.
Right.
Then after Andy Dusty has done a mix and Andy Dusty passes and goes away,
I won't pass.
DJ Ubete or DJ somebody and say, okay, Andy Dusty did this. We're going to give a space so that you also do something to join what Andy Dusty makes. I know in his grave he's going to be saying, dear Benny, I have done my mix. It's finished. If you want to collaborate with me, do another mix. But you can't come and desecrate my grave. Bob Marley said it clearly. He wrote every song according to the dictates of his heart. And when he was alive, he never collaborated with anybody. From the Wailers, he moved out and wrote every single song by himself. See, of course, there was One Love, One Heart, Let's Get Together, which was, written by V. Ford and some other people. But he turned it into his own music and gave us a serious reggae rendition of, that. One of those songs you play and you realize that, no, Bob Marley really was in the spirit. Don't disturb the spirit of a legend. Today, if I am called to come and collaborate on a song with Bob Marley, I will turn it down. If I was called to collaborate on a song with Peter Tosh, I might say, oh, okay, meye, ebia meye. Because when Peter was alive, he collaborated with even non-reggae artists. So there was a precedence. In Bob Marley's time, he didn't have a precedence. That was all I was saying. And some Ghanaians thought that, Blakk Rasta was jealous. Some Ghanaians thought that because it was not me.
I didn't really like what you said, especially using the word desecrate. Yeah. Listen, Bob Marley, this project that featured Sarkodie.
Yeah.
There was one that preceded that collaboration with Sarkodie that featured Lauryn Hill, Busta Rhymes, Notorious B.I.G. and the rest. Yeah. Okay. They didn't desecrate that, did they?
They all did. All of them did.
You didn't mention that.
Listen.
How come you waited until Sarkodie appeared with his?
Late than never. Late than never. When I heard the Busta Rhymes ones, I was so nauseous. What is Busta Rhymes doing on a Bob Marley tune? What is that? Lauryn Hill, yes, you have a relationship with Bob Marley's son. So what? Then you come and desecrate the man's music. You know, we reggae purists would respect the legacy of Bob Marley, especially that he even refused a collaboration with Michael Jackson, the king of pop at the time. He refused. He said, Darby, he laughed. When Michael Jackson approached him and said, I want a collaboration. Even in death, Michael Jackson still wanted to buy the a catalog of Bob Marley. The family was divided into two. Yentong, we musi, mayentong, yentong, yepeska, yenska, yentong. At the end of the day, they stood their grounds and said, we won't sell the catalog of the king of reggae to a man that our father had denied a collaboration with. That's it. I wasn't speaking a different language. Where is the hatred? Where is the envy? It's the truth. But some people have a problem listening to it. Just like the other day, I returned all the awards that I had won to all the awarding institutions and outfits. And some people saw it to be madness.
But how do you return awards you've won? What are awards for? What are your rewards of your hard work?
I like that. That's what it's supposed to be. But that's not what it was. They were bought awards. They asked us to vote via a certain short.
Why didn't you refuse it from the beginning? Did you not know that earlier?
I like that too. Thank you so much. We grow. Some things that I might accept today.
If you,
yeah,
a grown man,
yes,
like Blakk Rasta, who has been able to pen down a song for an American president.
Yes.
Listen.
Yeah.
If you never knew or never know the Barack Obama song, I mean, listen to production, listen to lyrics. A song that even the man himself endorsed. I remember very well when he came, you were invited there.
Yes, I was.
How many, excuse my language, ordinary people like me or common people like me and you would gain that opportunity?
Yeah.
Yet, you were invited
Yes,
there.
I was.
That's because of a grown man who, in his own wisdom, sat in the comfort of his bedroom, wrote a song, went to the studio, paid heavily, yet got a very good song.
Yeah.
And now you tell me that because you've now realized that.
Oh, grown men make mistakes too. Grown men.
This one, yeah.
Grown men make mistakes.
No way. No way. You like this? Bob Marley.
Yeah, this Bob Marley's music.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this right here is Stone Boy.
This is Bob Marley's music, I said. This
All
Bob
right.
Marley singing. Much as the lyrics.
No, don't you like it?
I like it, but I hate the desecration. That's what it is.
Black Rasta.
Lyrics
you are not being real.
No,
No, listen.
I am. Principle is principle.
What is principle? How did Bob Marley make this a principle?
Sarkodie
featured on the Stay With Up song.
It was a desecration.
Why? What makes it a desecration? Stay With Up was a love song. Sarkodie delivered beautifully on that song.
I'm going to tell you something small.
Okay.
It was a love song for who? Bob Marley's wife.
No, was it Damien's mom?
No. Bob Marley's wife, Rita Marley.
Rita, okay.
Stay up,
right.
Little darlings. It was made for Bob Marley's wife. It was a personal song. What does Sarkodie? Is he a betweener?
Wait.
Is he the betweener for Bob Marley and Rita Marley? These are spiritual things. Stay away from the man who is dead. His music, especially that he didn't have a precedence
Black Rasta.
featuring people.
Black Rasta.
Yeah.
I beg you. The first song on your album is Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
God banned Sodom and Gomorrah.
Straight up.
Are you a...
Yes, I'm calling for the fire right now.
He is also calling for love. This one will be your wahala. Sarkodie is calling for love.
Not.
He says on in the dofu and then Bob Marley recorded the song for Rita Marley. Yet the song was on shelves.
Yes.
And people were buying it
and listening to Bob Marley's story.
Yes.
So
and Sarkodie showed love. So Sarkodie also showed love. How did he desecrate it?
Don't play the devil's advocate.
No, this is the angels. This is a godly advocate.
Please tell me honestly. Do you really subscribe to the fact that, and the Dusty, when you make a song for your wife that you love, and then you are no more, somebody can come on it and spit lyrics on it?
Oh, if it's worth it, why not?
You are not there to say it's worth it. You are gone.
But if I'm gone, I'm gone. The Ashantis have a proverb.
Yeah.
They say onim kataoto.
So you
Do you know
don't
what
mind,
that means?
You don't mind what happens to you?
He's gone.
You don't mind what happens to you
Bob
after
Marley is gone.
You don't mind
when Bob Marley died, I was a small boy. I was a small boy when Bob Marley died. And his music has lived on. We enjoyed. Black Rasta. There was this song you did.
All right, tell me, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sewa
For
Koto.
example, Sewa Koto. That was someone's song. Do you know who they recorded the song for?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you something about
No.
this song.
The question is.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Are you a betweener?
Yamoah's international band. Now, let me tell you the secret.
Right.
The secret is this. Yamoah wrote that song, but he didn't sing it. Are you aware?
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
What?
I wrote
And
the
so
song.
what? He wrote the song. Someone sang it in his name.
Yes, but somebody wrote it. Somebody featured his voice.
Na yedeng. Na yedeng. It's who you didn't have. Who you the busiani?
No, I'm talking about the one who sang it.
That's what I'm saying. That person that sang it, are you his or her busiani?
You don't get it. What I'm saying is, if Yamoah wrote it and personalized it, he gave it out to somebody to sing, and the person also personalized it to himself. For instance, if I say, Andy Dusty, tell
Mr. Hagler
that I am hungry, then you go and tell Mr. Hagler, I'm hungry. Who is hungry? Is it me or you? That's what happened with Sewa Koto. If all ladies were like this, our beautiful sister.
And that was exactly what you sang in your song.
Exactly. I'm coming. So he wrote it like that for himself. But he gave it out to somebody to sing. So he should have
In whose name? In his name.
So he should have sung. Oh, no. You don't get the literature I'm trying to.
What is literature about this? Like Blakk Rasta. Someone has written a song.
Yes.
Personalizing it.
Yes.
He wrote his song. For example, Kojo Akwai sang, he wrote and produced, but someone sang it.
Yes. So
the fact that someone sang it does not make him, it does not deny or defy that, because he personalized it, yet he didn't have the voice to sing it.
Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is that somebody sang it. He gave somebody the chance. At least he gave somebody the chance.
Right.
Bob didn't do that.
Fine. But why would you want to pick someone's song?
Because there was a precedence.
Is that not art?
No. If he allowed somebody to do it, I could have also been allowed. There was a precedence. In Bob Marley's case, there was no precedence.
Okay. Bob Marley never sampled anyone's song. When you did Africa with Jamba, that was someone's song. Something, what's his name? AJ Brown or something like that?
AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
First day I heard the song, I'm like, I know this song from somewhere. It's a nation without any mystery, like a tree with a root, something. And the guy had also tweaked it and changed some few lyrics in there. I'm like, oh, Blakk Rasta, okay. That was smart.
No. The guy fraudulently drew me into a thievery. That's what he did. And I've not forgiven him. And up till now, we still are not in agreement.
Really?
I was coming to play my program here. He was playing in the night. I came in the morning to do the mid-morning, and he was sitting in front of the gate. I had known him for a long time. When he met me, he said, he started singing. I said, oh, wow, that's a beautiful song. Is that your writing? He said, yes, it's my writing. And I said, oh, this is a beautiful song. The melody is good. And he invited me to have a collaboration with him. So we went into the studio, recorded the collaboration without me knowing that this was somebody's music. I was driving one day. I remember clearly in front of that hotel, the Fiesta. And then somebody was playing it on radio. I said, but this song sounds like the one that I did with Jamba. What is this? Then I called him, said, actually, the song, I took it from AJ. I said, you stole it from AJ Brown because you sang the song word for word. You should have told me so that I will agree whether I would like to do a cover with you. You didn't. You told me it was your music. We registered it as your... AJ Brown got in contact with me.
Really?
Oh, yes. And I was so embarrassed. Asking me, oh, yes, you did... Nobody's going to contact you, Amba, maybe because you don't have the kind of noise that Blakk Rasta has in the media. I was embarrassed. If there's a way I can pull down this song, I will do it. Remember when you were going to interview us for the library, I was the first person to tell you that this was a stolen song.
Right.
Yes, and up till now, the guy is giving me trouble. Yes, the music is on YouTube and you're not giving me anything and blah, 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 boom, 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 boom. Ask me if I've ever performed this song on any stage.
So what happens to the streams?
how much do we make from streams?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I have never taken money from streams. They are there. I don't make money from streams.
So why is he bothering you?
Well, he keeps saying that and telling people that, he's making a lot of money. He's touring around the world using this song.
Who receives the royalties?
Royalties for what?
With the songs. I mean, once they are out, certainly you'll be paid for it.
You are not told that, look, I have 11 albums. They don't bring it out and say, okay, this one song, you are getting 2 pennies from that. And I say, okay, so take that out. It's not done like that. I have stopped pushing this song. I've only left it out because I have had some kind of understanding with AJ Brown to say that, okay, this is what it is. I don't know what it is. We may have to send all the royalties to you or part of the royalties to you.
Oh, okay. So he's understood now.
Yes. In one way or the other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Listeners, I'm in the studio with Blakk Rasta. I mean, each time I meet Blakk Rasta, it's a vibe. It's a vibe, man. This guy, whoever's listened to us from way back knows that each time he will end the show or before I start we will fight in the studio.
Yes,
there will be some argument. We go feel argue. I'll go like
Healthy
my friend.
Argument.
I'm tired. I'm going. Coffee Cornerstone says Blakk Rasta is the reggae of our time. America Jason, what is the meaning of the Chinese you were singing? Please listen to the song, you'll understand. Real Freeman says all the Allied Oil filling station were tuning in when Blakk Rasta was at Hits FM. Schmeichel Deladem said, Blakk Rasta, you are too large. Watching live from Hatfield in the UK. Junius Nusicho says, Blakk Rasta dropped the rhythm. Bismarck Ahian Blessed, did Blakk Rasta bring his chair over? No, make him break his chair. Don't get him in his element. Like the way we go beat out for you. What is it with you and the chairs?
You see, people think that it just started, but Andy Dusty, you should be telling Hagler, you should be telling them. This was what I was doing from when I was here.
Yeah.
See, there was a time people thought that I was breaking headphones and breaking chairs and all that, but it all added to the art. See, when the music hits me, I get in the mood. Sometimes my eyes are closed for 1 hour, I don't see anybody. I'm just imagining things. How is the music hitting people outside? I bounce to the rhythm. That's why I can't take payola. Because if I take payola, I'm going to play useless music. It won't move me.
Blakk Rasta.
That's it. It will make me play music that will make me jump. I want to play the music that touches me and touches my listeners.
Were people sending you payola?
Well, there were times people came here with envelopes and I had to turn them down. I remember Raskuku. God bless Raskuku. God bless Raskuku. Raskuku. Big up yourself. Poem. Hey! Poem showed me love. Poem came here with tomatoes and banana and all that.
Wow.
In those years, he said, Blakk Rasta, I'm there, I wear Rasta man. And I released new album. That was when he released right. That tune, and he brought me vegetables and all that.
Beautiful.
You know, under normal circumstances, I would consider that as payola because he was bringing me music to play. Yes.
Somebody they come show you love.
This no be love. This be
you
pride.
Just mentioned what is pride?
But the heart it came from. I looked at the tomatoes at the time. It had just been wet about 5 CDs or so. I could have bought that a millionfold. But the fact that he brought me tomatoes,
that's right,
and all that, I said, Enyim Bibia, I'm going to prepare food from this thing. I will invite you so we'll eat together.
Right.
And
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So me and Raskuku have been...
And his mother used to be the queen mother for the Domain Market.
Wow.
Raskuku.
So that's how come he brought me tomatoes and banana.
Mm-hmm.
Lord God have mercy. Big up yourself. From that time, nobody, dead or alive, can say he gave Blakk Rasta a penny. I would not accept it. It's different if I play your music and you feel it and enjoy it and it's a hit. And say, hey, Blakk Rasta, you've made my song a hit. Oh, can we have dinner? That's different.
That's also bribery.
Oh, no. I mean, I've done the work. The work is finished.
So I'm appreciating you.
You're appreciating me. Go.
And same way they appreciate you. This is a 4 appreciation. 4 appreciation. This before. Listeners, keep it tuned in. I like to smile at figures a Blakk Rasta champion. I will be waiting for you at 12:30 p.m. at 3 FM.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Tete said the rutical. Tom Jesse says, I'm not a fan of his personality, but I always end up accepting his views. Kudos to you, Blakk Rasta.
Personality in the Fatun Chang.
Elikem said Blakk Rasta, much love. Mar Desire said the Rutical and gang. Big up your chest, Blakk Rasta. Oh God, this man full of energy. Bless up. Medallion winner said, Brandy, where has your patois gone to? You brag, and Blakk Rasta come out. You switch to pure English.
Hey, Oti patois beer.
Ya know, say.
You know, say.
Come here. They don't know me, oh. They don't know me. But Blakk Rasta does not even speak patois all the time. His shows are predominantly in English. He will teach you English. This one. This man. Hey.
From Flex newspaper.
No, it's small. Theophilus Ahmedome says, Blakk Rasta, much love listening live from Zenu Mama African Port. Raskailo said, big up Bismarck Gaddafi. Black Pullover DJ Dofo said, the original Salaga Soldier. Guys, please, when the interview is done, in fact, no, not when it's done. Now. Go on all streaming platforms. Is the album out?
Yeah, it's out. It's called Salaga Soldier.
Right.
And
start streaming it now. There's one of the songs I really want to hear it. Barber Shop featuring Anthony B.
Wicked Bad is the number one drop reggae song in the world right now.
Wow.
Anthony B is on Facebook pushing this thing like crazy.
Wow.
He was in Holland. He underestimated the power of the African.
Okay.
He went to Holland and he was performing and the fans started shouting, Barber Shop, Barber Shop. That was when he first realized that, Charlie, that song, be small song like that too. I just came out of Nigeria and trust me, when you drop the song, it's like an earthquake. This is Barber Shop. It simply says, Rasta cannot go to the barber shop. Rasta cannot sit on the barber chair. Too much combi, too much cutty, too much shavy. We are not into that. We just want to stay.
Wait a minute.
Tell me that.
I was feeling it until you explained. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Does that mean some of us that go to the bar? Okay, well, I was once some dreadlocked.
Yeah.
Now I cut it off.
Yeah.
So you're against barbershop, is that what you're saying?
Good. It has a deeper meaning. It's not about the ordinary barber.
Okay.
Any man in your life who doesn't want you to reach your destiny's destination is your barber. Now, the barber of Samson was Delilah. The barber of Jesus was Judas. You see, I can mention many more barbers. You see, what it is that it is figurative, metaphorical. The hair represents your glory.
Right.
Now, anyone who would cut off your hair is cutting off your glory.
True.
That is the sense behind it. So the barber is your enemy who is ready to stop you from reaching your destiny. So that is the sense behind the song.
Right. Jason said, Black is Ghana's dub poetry king. Thomas Park was here at Kingston, Kansas. Andy, can you please check the sound for us? I'm enjoying the combo. Nane Odro Mensa says, can you ask him if he has apologized to Sarkodie for calling him fake? Did you call him fake?
I never did that. I don't call people fake like that. Oh.
So what's he talking about?
Dabi. No, sir.
Raikon Ghana says, Blakk Rasta is having a problem. Does it mean the family made mistakes for Africa Unite album?
Africa Unite album, the family cannot always be right. Are they right over Bob Marley? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Bob didn't do it when he was alive. And we have 2 instances when Bob Marley said no to collaborations. So are you wiser than Bob Marley? Yeah, that's what I remember. Kwame Dazi. When this whole thing started, I linked up with him. And then we were, talking about it. He asked a few questions. I don't remember what we actually talked about, but it was basically about this. Same collaborations and all that. Imagine Sarkodie had said no to this collaboration. And it had come out that, Charlie, Sarkodie was supposed to be on a Bob Marley song. And Sarkodie said no. He is not worthy of even lacing the shoes of this man. Like John the Baptist said about Jesus. His name would have been boom.
But Black Sarkodie mentioned that, who am I? I remember when I did an interview.
Who are you? And you still went to do it?
No. He mentioned. Because for me, it will be...
Yeah.
Imagine if Blakk Rasta invites me to come to his radio program. Go like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Blakk Rasta is... Yo, we're talking Blakk Rasta here. All jokes aside.
Yeah.
Blakk Rasta says, yo, Andy, come to my house. Andy, come and sit at my table. Let's eat.
Yes.
Who am I?
No, it's me. I am alive. And I'm inviting you.
It doesn't matter. Blakk Rasta, stop this.
And just let me ask you one more question. If your father was a very, very wealthy man, not wealthy, and he passed on, would you invite people that he did not subscribe to his funeral?
But Bob Marley didn't.
He didn't want collaborations. Now he's dead.
How do you know he didn't?
I've given you instances.
Okay, fine. He didn't want collaborations.
Yes.
He's dead.
Yes.
But his music must live.
So
imagine, Blakk Rasta, you died today.
Yeah.
And people don't know about Barber Shop.
They don't. Okay.
Or they don't know about Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And I want to help bring it back to the Gen Zs.
Yeah.
I reach out to your label. They say, oh, go ahead. Or pay $500,000. If you can afford, why not? I can afford. I've paid you your $500,000. Whatever I want to do with it, I do with the song. What wrong have I done? Where is the mistake? For example, Juelaka, may he so rest in peace.
Yeah.
Juelaka has this beautiful song.
Yeah.
Do you know the number of people who approached him? The man never gave the song to them.
Good.
But he gave it to me.
Okay.
Because of something I did for him, and
so that's personal. At least he gave it to you.
Thank you. He gave it to me.
If he had died and his children had given the song to a different person, how would you have considered that?
Oh, well, who knows the agreement he has with his children?
Which agreement? The man said he didn't like to give the song to anybody. When he was alive, the only person he wanted, like Barack Obama. Barack Obama said, if any time there's going to be a movie about me, there's one man I want to play me. And he mentioned that American actor with the large ears. Recently, he and his wife had issues. I've forgotten his name. I mean, tall and light skin. He played Ali in the film Ali.
Will Smith.
Will Smith, exactly. He said he wants Will Smith to play him. Today, Barack Obama dies, and you go and bring Andy Dusty to come and play Barack. You have not respected the wish of a man who is now dead.
Okay. I remember when you sent it earlier, I'm like, yo, wicked tune there. Anthony B.
Yeah.
Anthony B.
He killed it.
Yo, he will always kill it. Recently, he did a song with a Ghanaian lady, Eliza. She had been here earlier. I think she was here last year. And I met her a few months ago in Los Angeles. She said Anthony B. has decided to feature for her. I thought it was a joke.
See.
And finally the song is out. That one too, another killer.
You know, say.
So 20 tracks
20
on
killer
one
tracks.
album. Have you shot videos
15.
for them?
Yeah, we've shot about 10 videos.
Oh, wow. Hey, you've been very busy.
Yeah, busy. I mean, we're in Nigeria just last 2 weeks and we shot 2 videos in Nigeria. So we have about 10 in all. And crazy visuals as well.
Are they out yet?
Yeah.
All on YouTube.
Yeah, about 7 of them are out on YouTube. We're going to be premiering the rest from next week, Yeah, so they are.
Subscribe, show him love.
Yeah.
BLAKK,
Yes.
not BLACK, BLAKK.
Yeah.
And Rasta.
RASTA.
Yeah, man.
The album is called Salaga Soljah. Salaga is SALAGA. Soldier is SOLJAH. And is the biggest one-drop reggae album in the world right now.
Congratulations.
Yes, and the biggest reggae single in the world right now is Barber Shop. All we need is to continue pushing it, to have Kwame Dazi do another good interview like this one, write some very nice things like he does most of the time, and the Grammy is for us. And remember, when I stand on the Grammy podium, I say, yo, big up man like Andy Dusty, big up man like Kwame Dazi, and big up It's FM 103.9. Lord God, Ghana, a home we are come. Imagine, on that platform.
You say you don't want awards.
Good.
Yet you go to the Grammys.
I love that. Awards that people pay for. You have to pay.
What makes you think the Grammys people don't pay?
No, they don't. You see, what it is the Grammy is a peer award where music people, DJs, producers.
Is it not the same with the TGMAs?
No.
The same thing, Blakk Rasta.
Vote. They don't vote. TGMA votes. You give a short
The Grammys, they vote.
They don't. They don't pay money and vote. Check it out.
Oh, fine, but they vote.
They vote without paying money.
How do you know?
I know. It's out there. So where people make it clean like that, we love it. But where they say short code, vote by a short code 224, And people are paying money to vote, and for me, they are buying that. That's what Stonebwoy said. Remember when he and Shatawale had that thing, and he was asked to return the plaque. He told them, why should I return the plaque? The previous night, we raised 50,000 Ghana cedis and voted. Bring me back that money. And the Dusty, you should be against this. Remember when we were doing Presenters Guide?
Yeah.
Remember what Delay was doing? Delay was carrying people there in buses to come and cheer on, right? And anytime we came, we were like Lilliputs. Nobody was really, apart from the organic fans. And the voting was going on. And when you decided to challenge her with the voting, what happened? She said she was withdrawing from the competition. Maybe you don't remember. But I remember clearly. I've forgotten anyway. I remember every single thing. She said she was not going to do the thing anymore. She had stopped. So on the final day, remember they said no voting anymore. Nobody blah, 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 blah. Nobody was a winner and blah, 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 blah. Voting, paying to vote is robbing the shine off the award. That's what I think. Somebody told me, but that's how the organizers make their money. Is that how they make their money? They sell it to the highest bidder. They tell you, your fans didn't vote enough. That's why you didn't win. So is it merited?
So it means once you were a nominee, you were a winner automatically. Just that you didn't get the highest bid.
So when you nominate people, ask them to come and pay for the award instead, rather than asking for short code. Hey, now we've nominated 5 people and the Dusty is number 1. Okay, come and pay for the award. And the Dusty, how much can you pay? I pay 1 million Ghana cedis. Somebody says he pays 2 million. The highest bidder, you give the award to the person. That's what they are doing. We have to condemn this. We want better awards. We don't want awards where people have to pay and vote. I don't have the money to vote. My fans are in the ghetto. They don't have money. You see, your fans might be somewhere where they don't have the money. What happens? They are robbed of this thing. So we are telling them we love the award system, but they have to amend some of these things. RTP award. They came out and talked so much about me and blah, 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 and Blakk Rasta is a hypocrite and blah, 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 blah.
Why did they say you're a hypocrite?
Because I said that I was not going to participate in the awards anymore. And they said because I didn't win. That was why I said I was not. I said, RTP, how many years have you done these awards for? I won it only 4 times or so. So the rest of the years that I didn't win, did I make any noise? No, sir. It's not about that. Don't let us be that mediocre. But the thing is that I have grown to a certain level where my conscience tells me that anytime my people vote and pay for an award, I'm buying it. Mackay didn't want to believe this. He was angry, going from station to station, chastising me. I returned the awards to them. Today, do you know that they have removed the reggae category? He had a press statement the other day that they have removed the reggae category because what? Blakk Rasta is no more participating.
Is that the case?
Am I that huge? Am I that big in the reggae team?
I don't think so. I don't think.
Blakk Rasta says
because of you, they're taking off a scheme or they're taking off a category.
My brother, I'm saying on authority that he said that I was going around saying I would not partake in the award. And for that matter, he started calling some reggae presenters, telling them to issue a statement against me. Issue a statement against him. And the guy said, Charlie, that guy is our godfather. We respect him. He's done a lot for the industry. We can't do that. Okay, then we are scraping it. Then he took it off. It has become so emotionally personal. Right now, it's not about the merit. No, let the reggae continue. There are other people who still want to win it. Because I said I'm pulling out, you are punishing the reggae people by doing this to them.
Will you ever stop doing reggae?
Well, I don't see myself ever. Because reggae music is the heartbeat. Reggae music is the king's music. You love reggae music.
Who doesn't?
Hagler plays reggae music on hits. You see, I mean, reggae is the thing.
Okay, there's this perception about Rastafari. Are you Rasta?
Me must say, oh yes, I am Rasta.
Okay. There's this perception. You know the perception about Rasta.
Yeah.
In
Are you sure you remember the question you're going to ask?
Why?
Number 1 hit music station.
I will never forget anything.
You've been distracted.
I mean, no. He's taking me back to, I mean, I just remember back in the day, our banter, we would just go back and forth. My God. Okay, so the perception about reggae music and Rastafarians and
it's quite negative.
Negative, not quite, but it is. Yesterday, I was listening to I was watching this documentary on Vybz Kartel from start till now, and in fact, it's well detailed.
Wow.
It tells, it gives you a brief history about the country and Rasta and even reggae music and the perception. I mean, there are countries that people know. Nigeria, we all knew there was one thing they stood for until music and movies took over.
Yeah.
Jamaica, once you mention it,
reggae, yes,
and Two Fingers.
Oh, good.
You understand?
Fingers. Right.
And then the other, violence.
Yes.
Right? For somebody like you that you do reggae, I don't know whether you do
the Two Fingers.
Two Fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I know you don't.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Do you do Two Fingers?
No, I don't.
Thank you.
No.
Because the Black Rasta I've known from...
It's the same Black Rasta here.
I believe. We there... Kewa comes to say you are an ordained man of God.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Is that true?
Yes. Very, very true. I was ordained a pastor a few months ago with a clerical.
So wait.
Yes.
How does that... For me, I find it a bit ambiguous.
Okay, let's go into it.
You are Rasta.
Yeah.
Pastor.
Yeah.
It rhymes, Papa. Rasta Pastor. Yo! How?
It's very simple. Haile Selassie, that a lot of Rasta people worship as God. He was an elder in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Yes. And he sat at one spot when I went to Ethiopia. I went to his seat. Now he's been barricaded somehow, and I looked at it. I wanted to sit on it. They said, no, you can't sit on this. He was an elder in the Ethiopian
Why do you
Orthodox
think it's too sacred?
Well, of course. I mean, this is the King of Kings. The Lord of Lords. The conquering line of tribe of Judah, 225th in the line of David. Even in the Ethiopian church, they used to say, like when they had disagreements with him, they say, hey, we don't want anybody whose cousin is in heaven. Because he came from the line of David. And Jesus came from the same line. Saying, so that kind of thing. So you can't detach Rasta from Christianity. Rasta is the most Christian on earth. Ancient order. I said Haile Selassie was an elder in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Why do Rasta people read the Bible and not the Quran? Why do Rasta people chant from the Bible and not from the Bhagavad Gita? So that is it. I have just taken my natural thing and decided that I won't be religious anymore. In the fight, in the past, we fought so much against the Bible, fought against this, fought against it. People have known me with that. Even here on it, I didn't believe anything Bible. I read so much about the Bible, the sources, the writers and all that. I couldn't believe anything
what changed?
like that. A lot of things.
Like what?
Because I have refused to be religious. I'm spiritual. Jesus Christ, Yahshua HaMashiach, Isa, no matter how you call him, was the most radical person I saw. Radical in the sense that they said, hey, you are destroying the laws of Moses. He said, no, I am only here to fulfill the laws. Yet he was actually breaking the laws. But you, Jesus, your people, they eat and drink every time. But when Moses was here, his people were fasting and all that. I said, yes. Somebody comes to pour oil on him and he says, yes, pour the oil on me because you don't know. I'm only here for a short while. He said, hey, all of you who are taking pigeons and all that to go and sacrifice and all, you don't need that anymore. Those of you who used to stand on a certain mountain to pray, a time is coming where you can stand anywhere and pray. These were the laws of Moses that he was disintegrating. He was cutting the people away from religiousness. Religion, no. He was bringing them into spirituality. For me, my teaching in America and studies and research opened me up to a few things. Number one, religion is only supposed to be a conduit pipe to spirituality. When you are in religion, oh, don't wear this, oh, don't eat this. It's supposed to groom you for the ultimate. But if you continue to remain in religion, you will stay there and your purpose will never be fulfilled.
Do you think people will accept you, your looks, your hair, better still in lyrical?
Oh, beautiful question. I like that. Bob Marley said, we are not here to be judged by the laws of men. It's unto you. If you see me and you don't want to accept me, let me start healing people. Be sick. Stay there and say you don't believe me.
Have you healed anyone yet?
Stay there when I start prophesying and saying that these things are going. Go and stay in your house when I say fire is going to fall on your house and say you don't believe me.
Have you healed anyone yet?
I heal people on the radio anytime I talk. People call me and tell me, hey, Charlie, before your program started, I was so ill. I had this fever. But when I listen to you, you heal people too. You see, we shouldn't look at it like it's something too special for one man. Kwame Dazi is healing people.
Oh, yes, I do.
You are healing people. She is healing people.
With what?
In one way or the other. Maybe in the bedroom. You see, my calling is not a church calling. Hey, and the dust, if I tell you my experience, you collapse. Look, I woke up one day. I don't think I've said this anywhere. And I started seeing stars. Stars all over the place. I went to
Were
bed.
you not hungry?
Hungry?
Yeah, sometimes when you get too hungry.
I come from a rich home, my brother.
No. What I'm saying is that maybe you go to bed hungry.
Yeah.
Yesterday, for instance, I ate in the afternoon. I didn't eat again. I only chewed an apple.
Apple. Is it a red one or green one?
Green one.
Seeing. You see.
What are you driving at? Apple, pure apple, not the human apple. Yeah, sometimes you wake up early in the morning and you are seeing stars.
Interestingly, I am a fasting man.
Okay.
I love to fast. Every year, I fast at least 50 days. Every year.
Wow.
I do that every year, and I love it. I'm a fasting man. I love it. I mean, when I was here, it was the same thing. Yeah, people, I might not come out and say, this is what I'm doing, but I had my spiritual part.
Right.
See? So I would say that, yes.
Please continue with the story. I'm very much interested.
Yes, I woke up and I was seeing stars. And then, the smallest slumber, I was seeing things happening. I saw some earthquake happening somewhere. I saw some planes crashing somewhere. I was just seeing, I was going mad. Things, and they were happening on Lagazi's show. I told him, last night I went to bed and this was what I saw in Venezuela. Bam! It happened. So I wanted to find out what I was going through. I went to a bookshop looking for a book about the prophetic and all that. And then I asked the girl, who is the biggest prophet in Ghana? Because I was not used to those people. So, it's Bernard L. Bernard. So, who is that? Do you have his number? And she gave me a number. Surprisingly, I called and he answered. I said, this is what I'm seeing, I'm going through. I would like to come and meet with you and blah, 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 blah. And when I met with him, he told me things that shocked me. He said, when you were 2 years, this was what happened to you. I don't want to go into details.
And you mentioned, were they
Yes, I didn't even know. I had to call my mother. And
to confirm?
Yes, I said, Mom, this is what somebody's telling me, that you carried me to a certain house. And this was what happened in the house. There was this old man who said this and you were frightened. She said, yes, I told your father and he said we shouldn't tell anybody. And my father confirmed it. And the church I went to and I hid at the back, a prophet would say, I'm seeing something. There's somebody here who has a calling and blah, 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 blah. Bam. Every church, prophetic church.
And then they call you.
Funningly or interestingly, that week, throughout the whole month, people called me on the phone, including Lagazi is here. Called me. Black, I had a dream about you. What dream? All of them said one thing. I saw you wearing a white gown and you were in the marketplace preaching. Every one of them, over 50 people called. Lagazi is here. Recently he told me, he said he was coming out from his room and he wanted to tell me the dream, but he said, Black Rasta doesn't believe in these things. Let me just put that thing away. And there was a certain kind of push on him to tell me. So from that time, anybody who called me and said, I had a dream, I said, you saw me in a white gown preaching. Said, yeah, how did you know? Including deep, deep critics. So over there, I realized that truly, I have a calling. If I don't accept this calling, I am fooling myself and I'm fooling the Almighty.
Will you ever go to the market to preach?
I've been doing that. I'm doing a nationwide tour
Preaching.
of Ghana. Yes, patriotism. I'm talking about patriotism. And I go to the marketplace, jump and hop, And then when the people gather, I preach to them about my nation, patriotism.
Do they think you're being funny?
They only think that
you are going crazy.
I have reached out to them with a message. See?
Don't they doubt you sometimes? Like, oh, about that Munyan life.
I am too fine to be fake. Too fine. So when the people see me, they are on it that this is Blakk Rasta. Nothing has changed about me. The only thing that has changed about me is that I have become more humble. And I've come directly to you. The one speaking to you, does he sound like somebody who has gone cuckoo? Does he sound like somebody who hasn't eaten for 3 days? No, sir. By what you give them, your fruits, they would see who you are. See? So people have accepted me in one way or the other. I remember some Assemblies of God church in my house when the calling first came. I went to sit down there to listen to the pastor, and he drove me away. He drove me away. He said, "Where your Barber recording?" Anas, Manu Bino. You know, he drove me away, but I just went out.
If you have a prophecy about, let's say, Edom.
Yeah, man.
And it comes, just as they say. Sometimes they say, oh, in the middle of a sermon or in the middle of, let's say, their activity. And it comes. Mm. For example, we heard or we saw Ebony's prophecy.
Yeah.
And the person mentioned, I think about 2 or 3 people even mentioned it. Recently, Coda, your own Coda.
Coda, yeah.
Coda's issue came up. Mm-hmm. And a man of God stood in the middle of a church event and mentioned it on camera that this and that is what he had seen with Coda. Mm-hmm. And that they should pray. And they prayed heavily for him, unfortunately.
He went away.
Well, God knows best.
Yes.
Another one surfaced soon afterwards about Kofi Kinata. And thank God, I'm sure by God's grace, it's been reversed.
Amen.
If you see anything of the sort, what happens? Will you say it on camera? Will you call the person? Will you, if a voice is telling you to say it, which sometimes they say yes, because something is pushing me, I'm under pressure to say it, what happens?
A lot of the time I will call the person and tell the person that, well, this is a dream. I tell you it's a dream. Everybody dreams, so that you don't start reading too deep spiritual meanings into that. I've told so many people even here. Yes, even here.
Was it a prophecy or dream or vision?
How do prophecies come? So many different ways, through dreams. Okay. Sometimes an open vision. You will see that. You see. But the thing is that it hasn't changed me. It's the same Blakk Rasta. The only difference is that I have become more spiritual. I don't run away from sin like Jesus Christ said. I came for the sick like the doctor. My calling is to go into the ghetto. Those who are on drugs, talk to them. It's not a church calling where I sell anointing oil or I ask people to bring tithe and all that. I don't do that. I go
do
to
you
the
believe
ghetto.
in tithing?
I don't. My church believes in tithing, but I don't. I don't believe in tithing. Even this Ebony issue. Next time you speak to Kewa, talk to him.
I know of that.
Good. So, things like that. We've seen so many different things, left, right, and center. We call this person and say, oh, Charlie, this is what I saw. I don't want to go into names. There are so many people in the industry that are so credible who will tell you that, oh, Blakk Rasta called me on this date and this was what he said. And it came to pass. Of course, there were some that didn't come to pass. Let's be very honest. That only means that you are human. See? So you don't take the glory. And when you start saying that I prophesy and I heal people, people even start running away from you. See? So we keep it undertones, kakra, kakra, and asking for more glory. After all, it's all about the people. It's no glory for you.
Listeners, stay with us here on It's 103.9 FM. Hey, shout out to you, Mark Darlington. Mark, respect to you. Mark, God bless you, and thank you very much for tuning in. There are lots of comments coming in. Charles Mapo says, Andy, you are live inside Achia Mountain. Oh, wow. Respect. Kim Bluetooth says, Blakk Rasta is making a point. Why?
I'm happy about Achia Mountains.
Have you been there?
You should physically go there one of these days, maybe.
When you say physically, why do people go there spiritually?
They are saying that your voice is there.
Oh, Blakk Rasta. So where do you fellowship?
Breakthrough Family Ministries International, right here in Accra, headquarters in Takoradi.
Okay.
My bishop is Bishop Osetutu. Interestingly, he used to preach at Good News FM. And
Where you used to work?
Yes, I used to chase them out. So they didn't like to preach before or after me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now they see you in church with them.
Yeah, with them. I mean, it's a nice fellowship.
Wow.
It's beautiful. And, Kewa, wherever you are, big up yourself. I mean, it's been a nice journey. I mean, Kewa talking to me about Christ and Master. Hey, Basa, mix the song and let us go. You know that I'm not going to believe in this thing that you're talking about. I mean, Kwame Dazi has also followed the story for some time from Takoradi and all that. I mean, he'll be one of the best people to tell you that, well, this was what Blakk Rasta was doing. We all have, there was a man who told me that I was Paul. What Paul was doing, that was what I was doing, and God's glory was on me and blah, blah, blah. I believe in prophecy. Of course, we have charlatans in there too who can just say anything to make money out of that, but you always get guided by the Spirit of God.
Dion Marie Brooks says, Muta Baruka in Ghana, Blakk Rasta from Jamaica. Oh, a lot of comments, man. Unfortunately, time won't permit me to read all of them. Your album, there's a song on it called Put Down the Guns.
Put on the guns.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
I want us to discuss
That's Edem Chochome's favorite.
Oh, really?
Yes. He was at the listening. Kwame Dazi didn't come. I invited him.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You two I invited.
Oh, but because
busy. I mean, I know.
I was busy on air.
I know.
That's
I know.
right. That's right. Hold on. I have a surprise for you.
Hey.
I need to get Kwame Dazi to speak, but Kwame, so you finish. I wanted to give Blakk Rasta a surprise. Yeah.
I have two things to say. One is a question regarding his religious stuff. So I used to actually monitor him when he was saying the Bible had lost its essence or meaning through translations. Way back when you were at Happy FM, I even did an article on that in Flex newspaper. I remember when he told Sammy Flex that no, on Tiasia, he doesn't know anything. So coming to also know now that you have accepted Christ, I keep wondering what type of Damascus experience you had that changed your mind from all that to Christianity, because you were born a Muslim, then to Rastafarianism, and you're now keeping the Rasta thing and then the Christianity together. Now, one thing about Christians, and if a Christian wants to do music, mostly they will do gospel music. You are now a Christian, an ordained pastor, and you're not doing gospel music.
Okay, so I asked myself what gospel music is. What is it? What is gospel?
The one that Hamilton and Co have been doing.
Okay, the one that you hear Jesus Christ's name inside, isn't it? Is that gospel? Gospel is good news. Any music that is devoid of profanity and it talks about the goodness of the Most High. Like, let the fire come, Oja, Kokono, fire, fire, fire. Let the fire come on Sodom and Gomorrah. It's a gospel song. See? It is a gospel song. I have a lot of... I remember I released a gospel song. What was the title? And the first comment on YouTube was that fake guy. Gospel.
Like a proper traditional gospel music.
Proper
that mentions Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ and all that. It was done in a soca style.
Wow.
What's the title? Gosh, so many songs. Yeah, I mean, powerful song when it came out. We were dressed, like ancient Christian people in the video. And the first comment on YouTube, fake guy. You see, at the time that I was going through my hottest spiritual calling. So for me, gospel is the good news. Anything that is devoid of profanity, division, and all that is the gospel.
Like Salaga Soljah album.
Salaga Soljah.
It's a gospel album.
Yes, there's no profanity in it. It starts with Sodom and Gomorrah, as I said. And he has a song in Dagbani called Mpara Nduma, I Thank You, My Lord.
Wow.
Yes. There's another one which is called Sochandeba. It means the wayfarer or the man on a journey or a traveler. It's 100% gospel. 100%. There's another one in French called Le Pain de Dieu. Which
Dieu is God.
Yes, Dieu is God, which means the bread of God. And it's taken from the Bible. See, which is talking about this is my body, is the bread, eat it, and this is my blood, drink it, and I am love, I am the way, that's it. That's what I sang in French. So I have a whole lot of traditional gospel, whatever, on this album. And I mean, Kwame, as you know that I've always been a man who loved God. Talking about Jah and talking about the power of the Almighty. The only thing was that I cut myself away from the Bible because I didn't want to believe in the Bible. Because of the history I had learned about the writers of the Bible and blah, 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 the translators and all that. But I learned a very spiritual lesson, saying no matter how much the Bible is translated and polluted, even if there's one word in it that still remains authentic, it is enough to authenticate every single wrong in the Bible.
Listeners,
Yes.
Caleb Newboy has sent a message. He says, Rasta is an amazing guy. I saw him as difficult from afar, but once I got close, I realized he's such a humble and easygoing man. When he came on, we all were too careful, but once we opened up to each other and settled, we sparked fire. Rasta listens. When you put suggestions on the table, he picks up and implements it. You see the chair thing? Anytime I get a concept and share with him, he goes in to execute it perfectly. Let me state that he hasn't broken any chair at 3FM. There hasn't been a boring day without him. Kochoko legend, Kasa. And they feel him too.
Pick up yourself, Caleb.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Keep it tuned in here on this 103.9 FM. We'll be right back. When we return, Adam, Ria, and Martinez are here to speak. Please stay. Black Rasta, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You okay?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of comments coming in for you. Ken, Nanado TV3 says, it's not true. Last year, there was a reggae category. Blakk Rasta.
Which one?
The RTP Awards.
Oh, the man just announced it after last year. When did he announce it? A few weeks back. So I'm not talking about last year.
Jamaica. Oh, okay. This guy says, when I was personal trainer to TB Joshua in Nigeria, he came there too.
Oh, yes. Jim Ike. That's his name, Jim Ike. Yeah.
Okay, Ria.
Yes, I was with TB Joshua. And that was another story. You know, I was just sitting in my room. Can you believe that? When that calling was coming in with the confusion, and I got a call from Nigeria. All of a sudden, man of God want to talk to you. Which man of God? Before I realized, God be with you, let love lead, blah, blah, blah. This is Senior Prophet TB Joshua, blah, blah, blah.
He called you himself?
Yes, that the Lord says I should speak to you. If you have time, can you come over to Nigeria? I said, yes, I will come. When can you come? I said, I can come tomorrow. Should we send you a ticket? I said, no, I'll buy my own ticket. And I went to Nigeria. He took me to a prayer mountain. We were there for 8 days. From out of the blue, TB Joshua, man that I had criticized from Titi.
And he invited you, yet you went.
He gave me a presidential suit. In fact, they put me in there. 2 toilets, 2 different beds, and, nice place. I was fed 4 or 5 times a day. And then he told me that I had a calling and that one day I'll come to his church there and preach. That was what he said to me.
Could he not have said this on the phone yet?
No, he took me through, like I said, 8 days on the prayer mountain. Yes, 8 solid days on the prayer mountain. We're going and praying, coming, staying on the prayer mountain and praying and praying. And when I was coming, he gave me some good amount of dollars. And I refused it, but he pushed it and said no. And he kept in contact with me. Every now and then he would call me, I would ask him for something, he would send it to me, not money, So at that point, I realized that there was no excuse for me to say I was not going to accept the calling.
So you were criticizing him. What
much.
For? I remember back in the day, even here, you were criticizing him.
Yes, a lot. 1, I didn't believe in the Bible. And 2, I didn't believe. I believe as, a Muslim coming up, I believed in Jesus Christ. As every Muslim should. See? And I still do. But I didn't believe that his name was Jesus. And I didn't believe that if you give somebody a name that is not his name would have any power. You are called Andy. If I start calling you Jonathan, there shouldn't be power in Jonathan. If there's power in Andy, there shouldn't be power in Jonathan. That was my belief. See? So I didn't believe the miracles he was doing was actually, the miracles were coming from God. I felt that he was doing something else which other traditional priests did.
Recently, the BBC.
Documentary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sorry about that.
You swear. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Recently, there was a documentary.
Yeah. Oh my God.
About TB Joshua and the unfortunate stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you hear about it?
Yes, I did.
Do you believe the things they were saying?
Even the man in death is still controversial. I mean, you saw the young girl in it who said she was a biological daughter to TB Joshua, proving otherwise. There was a whole video when the man was alive, chastising the girl for her bad behavior. She was stealing. He took the lady all the way to a British school in Benin, and she was stealing from the white people there, and she had to be brought back to TB Joshua. She was an adopted child. But she went out to say that she was a biological child and blah, 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 boom, 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 boom. Listen, TB Joshua was a human. He could have done one or two of those things. I have gone beyond judging people, slapping them with spiritual powers or divinity. For instance, if Andy today comes to tell me that he has a calling from God, he's healing people and doing so many other things. Tomorrow, if I see Andy drinking a bottle of beer, yes, I will not chastise him. That is his human side. You understand? If you are called, it doesn't mean that you are an angel. You have issues. Maybe you are still visiting one or two beautiful girls in the neighborhood. See? Maybe you are still smoking, 2 fingers. Maybe you are still doing some other things. You are work in progress. If you were an angel, they would have given you wings to fly. So I don't judge people by what they do.
Right.
Saying. That is what it is.
Okay, for me, I've always seen Blakk Rasta as a hub of knowledge. Okay, I mean, if you want to listen to higher learning or listen further to more than what you know, you want to listen to him. But regardless, I wanted to ask you this question.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of Christian doctrines and a lot of Christian or pastors have come out to debunk Rastafarianism. Yeah. Is that the word?
Yeah, that's the word.
Rastafarianism. So I wanted to know how now you are conjoining it.
Okay.
And how it might go contrary to your Christian path.
Okay. All right. So what you have said is nothing but the truth. Like I told you, I went to a church where I was sent out.
Okay.
There was a time somebody said, "Oh, so was sakra there and the Rasta no unko changwe. Go and shave off your dreadlocks and go away." And I want to see what part of the Bible says that. And up till now, they are not really able to show me that. You see, whatever it is, I think, as I said, I have grown away from religion. A lot of those people who tell you, they are debunking Rasta. What about Rasta are they debunking? The hair? What about Rasta are they debunking? Reggae music? You see, let us know what they are debunking. Then we can come with the answer. The most important things about Christianity would involve Christ himself.
But, well, a lot of people say food faddism. Is part of Rastafarianism. And when you go to extremist, cultish kind of religions or kind of sects, food faddism is something that they like, maybe preventing yourself from eating something or overindulging in something is more or less like attaching yourself to an entity that is not of God.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. You see, to stay away from some foods is just loving yourself. It's common sense.
And the 2 fingers, let me add it to
yes.
it.
You see, there are a lot of great Rasta people who don't smoke. Muta Baruka doesn't smoke. Lucky Dube never smoked. My mentor, Raskimono, never smoked. Saying, yes, Rasta is not fighting against smoking. You understand? But there are so many benefits you can get from marijuana apart from just smoking. Saying, and I will tell you that Rasta has helped me to get to know myself and my body. I used to eat almost everything when I was coming up. Salah came and we ate all the chicken and the meat and all that. Today I don't eat all those things and I've become a better person. See? Yes, if you haven't dated a vegan yet, I think you need to find one. You will get to know that he has a lot of empathy. We don't sympathize. We empathize. We put ourselves in your shoes. We feel what you feel. Sympathy is, oh, this person is going through that. Oh, I'm sorry, you'll be okay. No, I am in your shoes. I'm feeling exactly what you are feeling. You are crying and I'm crying. You are rolling and I'm rolling. That is what it is. It's a deeper sense of sympathy, which is empathy. You understand? So I don't eat those things, and I think Rasta has helped me a lot. But remember, every religion has an aspect of that food issue that even Christianity will tell you don't eat pork. Some Christians will say it's not true. The Roman Catholic, the witnesses, they love their pork. They love their alcohol. See? Some other sects will tell you, no pork. No, Rasta will tell you no meat at all. But again, we have 3 types of Rasta. Daddy Bosco's type of Rasta, they eat everything and they drink anything if they want. They eat meat, they eat chicken, they drink, they smoke. They believe that what goes inside you does not necessarily spoil you. That's what they believe in. But Bobo Shanties also believe that, no, you have to be vegan. See? You must not eat meat, you must not eat fish. So it depends on what Rasta sect you're talking about. But me personally, I don't eat the meat, I don't drink all those things, I don't even drink ice water. I don't eat bread that is made out of white flour. All those things, in fact, generally, I don't eat anything that has ice.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. What's next, please?
It's always a great feeling listening to Blakk Rasta. And one thing that made me respect you so much is a song you released, Ejan Kaba.
Wow.
I mean, anytime I listen to that song, I
Nice
become
one.
very emotional. I mean, the Barber learns to barber with the orphan. I mean, nobody be in the space to speak on behalf of such a person. When you listen to the lyrics, very, very touching. And your show, I mean, how you tell truth to power, that confidence, that boldness, I mean, it has given a certain image to it. I don't know how you go about it, how you started, but that really make me love whatever you do, how you go about things. I mean, especially like the current situation of the economy, how you address some of the issues, even though sometimes people feel you go overboard, but you still have to say it because you're speaking for the voiceless. Your very first time, such a segment, how was the experience? Your very first time on radio, the response and the feedback that came, I mean, if you had any challenges, how was it?
Interesting question. Thank you so much for those beautiful compliments. I will give a lot of credit to Khan, Dr. Khan. Yes, Dr. Khan of beloved memory. I mean, it all started from when I started radio. I would speak in between the music and all that. It was when I came here to Accra that Dr. Khan said, now instead of, shouting and, talking about people and insulting people, he was using the word insulting people. Why don't you start talking about African history? So I had to make African history a segment. And of course, Echikwam, I mean, wherever he is.
Godfather.
Big up yourself, Echikwam. He also pushed me into the African history class. Then I realized that, okay, why don't I also make a segment where I will be talking about these issues? And trust me, my brother, you don't want to know. That issue has brought me issues and problems. I mean, we're in this studio, when I was talking about the late Atta Mills at the time he was alive, I was saying that the people were not treating him good, he was sick, and they were pretending that he wasn't sick, blah, blah. All of a sudden, I think it was Hagler who told me, Charlie, some minister, I don't want to mention his name, is on the line. He wants to speak. I said, speak about what? Okay, I put him on. Hey, are you the doctor of the president? Why are you saying these things about the president? Blah, 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 blah. We had a whole banter for about 20 minutes. The following day, the president died. See? Another issue was at Xylophone when somebody came with a gun to shoot me and kill me. I don't know if you heard about it. I was on radio in my elements, my eyes closed, and I was in the spirit doing my things. All of a sudden, radio went off. Then I opened my eyes and realized the studio was dark. What happened? I was angry. I said, Anamoah, they don't buy diesel or what? Why the thing go off like that? Maybe to a day my elements inside. Before I realized, my producer came into the studio. Blakk, there's a man here. He's holding a gun. He's holding a gun. He's holding a gun. He's mentioning your name. I said, so what? Then, pop, he ran out. So it's like this table. Something told me I should hide under the table. Another thing said, maybe the guy has even seen you already. So whatever it is coming for you. As I was sitting there in my confusion, I heard gunshots, 3 gunshots. Pow, pow, pow. Say, hey, this man has shot me. You know? He has shot me. Because I was told I was going to be shot, and I heard gunshots. So I was looking at myself to see if the bullets had penetrated. I realized that, I came out and looked, and I saw this man lying on the floor in blood. He was shot 7 times. I had 3 times, 7 bullets.
By who?
Lying down. Security of Xylophone. This is a big story, but it didn't get the
mileage.
Yes, if you Google it, you will see it. Police came in and carried the corpse in court.
And who was this guy?
My brother. They put him at the back of a pickup, carried him to the hospital. On the way, I was told that he woke up. So they didn't put him in the morgue. They took him to the hospital and chained him to his bed. Early morning the following day, when we went to the police to get updates, they said the man had escaped.
How was he uncuffed?
My brother, it's still a mystery. And if the IGP is listening, please, the Journalists Association of Ghana released a report, in fact, a statement on that. There hasn't been a follow-up. About 2 weeks later, I had a call. It be me where I come the way they say I want to shoot you. Me, I don't go shoot you. No be shooting. I say, oh, you, okay, really? So where are you? Then ting, ping, 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 off.
Did you
Up
report?
till now.
Did you report the
That's
number?
what I'm saying. Yes. The number was given to the police. Everything to the police. They detailed.
Yet
somebody.
they couldn't trace or track the coordinates of the number.
They sent a policewoman to.
Because the cybercrime unit is very, very good, and I know what they can do.
Well, they couldn't do what they can do. Up till now, the man is free.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, Adam, please.
Well, interesting, like you said, any woman with Blakk Rasta is fire. I love the album. I was at the listening, and I mean, there are amazing songs on the album. You can even play it for the whole day and you will not get tired because it has different variations. Now, like he said, my favorite is the Put Down the Gun because it is targeted at the Boko and the other areas at the north who have been fighting among themselves. He believes that, I mean, there is no need killing your brother because of some issues.
Disputes.
You rather need to find a way to put out a gun and, I mean, live together as brothers. I've seen a lot of fire coming from Blakk Rasta with regards to promotion. I've seen him go to Nigeria, do a lot of rounds there. He's in Ghana doing the rounds. I want to believe that he will add the performance element to it, where we'll be seeing him week in week performing at different places to add some verve to the album and get a stream. And I know that an album with 11 songs, he will have a long time in promotion. So we don't want to see 1 or 2, then it ends there. We want to see, because promotion is a long-term activity with consistency. So I want to see all those elements come to play. I want to wish him well on this album. What is his favorite?
Well, to be very honest with you, before the album came out, my favorite was and is still Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why it's number 1 on the album. I love it. In fact, as I told you, we wanted to give it a different non-Blakk Rasta feel. And I think that we achieved that.
Right.
But Barber Shop is what is tearing down the place everywhere.
Right. Robert, please end it off for us.
Yeah, so, I mean, Blakk Rasta, I'm listening to him. I mean, every time you listen to him, you realize that he loves knowledge. He feeds off it and then likes to share it. And I'm just listening to his story once again, and I'm just saying, well, God has got a great sense of humor. At one point, you think you're doing something that is actually contradicting him. In the next moment, you become the champion of the same thing that you were actually fighting against. But I have a great lesson I have picked from what his story, because for somebody who has strong beliefs and he's got the mouthpiece and he's got a lot of people listening to him, you can imagine for as long as his beliefs were inaccurate, the kind of things he was churning out. And if that is the case, then what it means is that he was constantly putting out stuff that if anybody had listened to him for that particular period, the person could have gone the wrong way in that particular moment. So I'm just saying to myself, what does it mean for those of us who speak on the airwaves when we have the ability to do that? And our convictions and things that we believe are true, what does it mean to those who are actually listening to us? Will we one day come back and say, look, I said this in the past and it's not supposed to be this, it's not supposed to be that? What would it mean if we had already committed some heinous crimes by misleading people already and all of that? And that is why sometimes we just have to be careful, even with the things that we believe or think or say, because it might just be wrong, because there's a way that seems to be right before man, but the end leads to distraction. And I'm just trying to pick that lesson from that, just to be able to say that, look, once you're on air, we shouldn't take it for granted. It's it's an opportunity, but that opportunity also comes with a big responsibility. And it shouldn't just be about the fact that, okay, I can speak and people will listen. That the fact that we're also responsible for the people that listen to us is speaking loud to me. So yes, I'm blessed by what his scenario, but I'm picking the lessons as well and then putting it in my pocket. I just wanted to quickly, or you can react to it if you have to, but I just want to quickly clear something with respect to the TGMA and the voting. I think there was a time I had a conversation with him when he didn't really know I was a PR, but when I was like, yeah, defending the case, it looks like you're with the people. I'm like, oh yeah, and then I explained to him. But I think that he keeps saying that you shouldn't purchase the award, which is understandable. The original intent has never been for the award to be purchased. The original intent is, how do we get the voice of the people in determining who is popular within a particular category, or who needs to win what within a year under review. Now, you have something with an original intent, it can be abused. When it's being abused, then you find ways and means to mitigate the abuse. You understand? So if at one point it was voting, and then we realize that at the end of the day, okay, so a lot of people are going into the space and making purchases just to be able to vote, which is altering the efficacy of what we are looking for. What did we do? We introduced the free voting platform so that you can say that, oh, I don't have money, but I am still able to vote. So we introduced the free voting platform, and that has been running. So the free voting platform exists, and people are able to go onto our websites to vote. What again did we do? In terms of the voting, we introduced caps, so that you can't vote unlimited. You can only vote, let's say, up to 10. And then that is it. So that it's not throughout. Why? Because the way the scheme is designed in such a way that we need to be able to get the voice of the people making a decision. Obviously, it's different from the Grammy style. Then the other thing is, if you look at other international programs, what are they doing? If you take the American Music Awards, for example, they are allowing you to vote 22 times per day per category throughout the entire voting period. 22 times. So you can vote for Blakk Rasta today 22 times. Tomorrow you can come and vote for him 22 times. Next day you can come and vote for 22 times. So you keep voting 22 times. And you can vote on what? Data platform. Data platform comes at a cost. Some people cannot buy data. Others are able to buy data. It means if my people are able to buy more data, I'm able to vote, which means there's an element of cost that goes into it. Let's put that one aside. The Grammys. So peer review, sweet. But how do you even become an Academy member? You have to pay money, $100 every year. You renew for you to become an Academy member, for you to even do your voting. Okay, let's talk about even to submit your works. The media companies that are responsible for submitting their works, they pay $65 per each category. And in fact, if you are late in submission, you pay $125 per each submission. So even with that, before your works are even considered for you to get nomination, you are paying money. Does that exist with the VGMA now, TGMA? No. You understand? So I understand there are certain things that may not be as you want, but all I'm saying is there are pluses and there are minuses, but it's a scheme, and it's been designed in such a way that at the end of the day becomes sustainable based on its own merits. So let us look at what we have in the light of what we have, because we have some things that they don't have, and they also have some things that we may not have. But it is because it's been designed as such. But it is never designed because we want to make people purchase their watch. I know you are the silent listener. So you chew on that and we can have another conversation.
All right.
I'm not here to just chew on that and then we can have another conversation.
This is Hits.